Hello all, welcome. Lovely to have you along again. This is Cindy from the Permaculture Shoestring Home and Garden, and today's video is about milestones. And as promised, it's my mid-year, and it just fell in line with a mid-year that it's the time of year where I check my goals that are perpetually every year, because I don't do New Year's resolutions, and there are things that I follow through with every year, and as I achieve goals and plans, then I drop them off or just monitor them or develop them or change them or add new ones on as I go. So I think I've been doing this now about 5 or 6 years. And so there are some things that I have met, some things that I haven't, and it just helps me to keep going on my ambitions and my goals and the things that I set for myself and for us as a family or a home, my husband and myself. So I've been working on this thing because I've realized that I say a lot, almost every sentence. So I'm really working hard on that. So please forgive me if I keep doing it, but I'm working on it and I'm trying not to say it. I also have, so that I can continue to speak to you on the camera, I have drawn a face just by the camera. So I keep looking at the face. It's a funny drawn face. So I'm talking to a face when I'm talking to the camera. Almost there, almost did it. So firstly, the first thing I wanted to talk about was that I have been doing my self-assessment a little bit at a time. Every week I squeeze in a little bit just to think, a few minutes to think about these things. I did actually go through in my diary, my journal. I have this journal, right? This one I started back in, let's see, excuse me a second, 2015, January 2015. So it was a good thing because I did back then write down some of the goals I had back then. But this is all that I've done since 2015. And I used to be able to fill a whole one in half a year. So that's how little I've been, offloading and planning and writing the things that are going on in my head. That's how little I've been doing it since then. Not good. So I've been thinking I need to get back to that because it helps me to, again, as I'm going, more than just the twice a year, to see how I've been doing. But I noticed that I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, excuse me, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different points that are consistent that I work on for years, and as I go through, a lot of things have changed. As I've said, new things have happened, but I've been going through that, and I'm feeling positive, and I'm feeling that I've actually achieved some things, and that I'm hopeful that there are more things that I want to achieve. So other than that self-assessment, the milestones that we've actually met is that at the beginning of June we made 100 subscribers, and it was one of those things that for most people that's nothing. That's a drop in the ocean, because some people have got lots and lots of subscribers, and it's not really the goal for me to get more and more and more subscribers, even though I'm trying to get to share what I do and contribute to a community of people who are trying to be self-reliant. I've been looking at some of the goals for the YouTube channel and what I do and the purposes of it. So I'm still refining that, and will keep doing that until I figure out exactly. Some people have that pinpoint. See there, I don't know again. That pinpoint. What do you call it? They know exactly what it is they want to do. They know exactly where they're going. I don't. I'm figuring it out as I'm going. I have a rough plan, a skeleton kind of plan, a synopsis if you like, but it's developing. So as you come along with me on the channel, on the videos, if you watch them and subscribe and follow, then you'll know that these are things that are changing over time, and I'm getting little stages. Again, I'm going to have to count how many times I do that video and give myself a penny jar. I might save some money actually. saying all the faces I pull must be absolutely horrendous. The subscribers. So I did say that we were going to choose one of the names of the subscribers and send them a little gift. I would love to send something to absolutely everybody, but we couldn't do that. And also some of the stuff that we make that we want, that one thing that I have chosen to give to somebody as a gift is this bowl, hazelwood bowl, a small one. The name that we've chosen, and I'll tell you how we came by that, is because I went through the subscribers and I had to choose somebody that was not abroad, because obviously we couldn't post our wood through the post because it's not been treated with pesticides or anything like that. So it would be a risk to post abroad. So I had to choose somebody that was nearer. That's mainland UK that I could send to, and somebody that I could contact, because some of the subscribers, and I respect their privacy, I can't contact them. There's no on their channels. It's a private one, so I can't contact them. But the first person I came up with that I could contact that is in the UK, that's the first name, was Anne Howe. So Anne, this bowl is yours and it will be posted to you this week. That was milestone number 1, right? Milestone number 2 was actually what I'll be talking about in the 4th video of the month, which is food storage. And I've been looking at my food storage, especially with concerns over not just, I mean, like I said before, our family have always had to try and be self-reliant and have a little bit set aside for just in case we've got no money to save. So at least the next thing we could save is our food storage and any other necessities. So over, what is it, about 18, 20 years, we've always had something extra. And it's been refined over the years as I've learned more, and now in the last 3 years subscribed to a couple of other YouTube channels that have really been so beneficial and helpful to me to be able to start putting all of this in order and thinking more about our own family's needs. So the food storage milestone is that we actually now have no space left, and I'm really good at finding places to hide. So you see these settees behind me, these wooden ones? I even have underneath boxes with grains, right? I have boxes underneath my settee, so that just demonstrates that I can find anywhere to put stuff. So if I say I have run out of space because I've built shelves above doors in the kitchen and across the wall and in the back entrance hall, which you've seen before in other videos, I've built shelves there. So it's not like I haven't come up with all sorts of ideas. There's loads. The only other idea now is to get rid of most of my books, and that I really struggle to do, is get rid of books, because I use my books. I read them. They're not novels. They're useful stuff. So I'm going to have to thin out my books, like it or not. Thin it down to the most necessary, because that is the last place that I have left that I could store stuff. And I am going to be on my food storage focusing now, because I've gone through a lot of experimenting on finding things that we like, that we don't like, which we can and won't use. And there are some things that we're not too keen on, so we'll just scrap that from the list of the food storage stuff we'll store, and we'll start to focus more on the most important staples so that we have a good enough store of those. And then anything else will be bonus on top, but that will come after we've got our staples and most important things first. So for today, I'm going to add in, because there's just not enough time to talk about it right now, but for today, I have already done a grains video before. I don't remember if I added a PDF file to that as well, a printable PDF. So I will go through my PDF file, and whether it's when I post this video or another day, then I'll add the PDF to the description box at the bottom. Or maybe a card, I don't know. I think I've got to figure out how to use this editing thing for YouTube. It's so complicated. I've been watching you videos, but I'll get onto that, and I'll put in a PDF on grains in the meantime as well, not just my channel, but there's one channel that's really very good. It might not be appropriate to all areas, but the excuse me, brain fog there for a second. Rain Country, Heidi from Rain Country, she's really good at doing a lot of food storage and prep stuff. So see, done it again. That's gonna be a hard habit to break. She's really good at food storage and prepping and all sorts of stuff like that. So check out their channel as well. I am focusing, like I tell everybody, I'll take information from everybody that I learn from and use what's appropriate for myself. So do the same for yourself. Even the PDF I give you is just a basic skeleton of things to consider for your storage. That is, if you want one, you consider your own needs, your family's needs, likes, or whatever. So I'll put that in there. The third and final thing that I wanted to talk about, we're already at 11 minutes. It's going to take a while to upload. The third and final thing that I wanted to talk about, as I said and alluded to in the last video, but one, was the milestone tomorrow, which will be today by the time you watch this video, because I'll be uploading it first thing in the morning tomorrow, which will be today by the time you're watching this. It's my husband and my 30th wedding anniversary. 30 whole years, a pearl wedding anniversary, I believe. It's been a crazy, hectic 30 years. It's been full of roller coaster rides, emotionally, physically, financially, the whole lot. It has been non-stop roller coaster from day one, including our wedding day. I don't think you'd appreciate telling everybody the story, but it was a close shave the day we got married, because the night before he had choked, and was, because of the job that he did, his lungs got full of coal dust and he choked. So on the night before we got married, he was very, very ill. So from day one, I mean, even our wedding day was dominated by the fact that he was ill. And I think that was the way things were set to go for the rest of our lives together. But I knew then that we were meant to be together. I'm sure he does too. He's a very shy person. He's a mysterious person. He doesn't like talking in public about things. But I'll spill the beans. Our lives have been a roller coaster, like I said, from the very beginning. There have been tears, there have been traumas, there have been accidents, there have been all sorts of things happening. But in between that 30 years, those things are completely just insignificant in comparison to the joys, the happiness, the fun, how can I put it? There's been so many beautiful things. There's been love, there's been kindness, there's been happiness in between all of those dips and troughs in that roller coaster ride, and it's been totally worth that ride. So I am very grateful for my hubby. He's not perfect, I'm not perfect, therefore we are perfect for each other. I might even put a photograph in. Don't tell him. All right, my lovelies. So that's the milestones met in June. And yes, it has been yet another month of whirlwinds and storms. Oh, it did, didn't it? May blew in with hectic storms. June saw just as bad. The garden flooded. I meant to tell you all about that and show you the videos. It was totally dramatic for us, And then by the time we saw what was going on in other areas, we thought, well, it ain't that dramatic then compared to other people, what they were going through with flooding and all sorts. I thought, well, okay, it was dramatic for us. But I might just put in something another day, or I'll put in on Facebook, I'll put the photographs of, the assessment of June. We're not even July yet. Oh, my days. Okay, June. So there you go. A month of milestones, a month of storms, a month of total chaos, which is totally normal for this family. But hey, here we are. So, as per usual, as the trials, the chaos, all the achievements happen and all the journeys that we're going through, as we're going through all that, you're all invited to join us. So if you haven't already done so, do subscribe, do like, do share. I think that's about it. I have to remember my grandson told me what I had to say. He's 10 years old and he told me what to say. Love them. Yes, so do those things. Do come along. You're welcome. There was something else I meant to say and I couldn't remember what. Well, it'll have to last until next time because so far we're at 17.5 minutes. That's going to be a long upload. All right, my lovelies. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.